Hello, everybody. Scooney 007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 11-8 Florida Marlins taking on the 7-12 Pittsburgh Pirates. This is game 2 of a 2-game series between the Marlins and the Pirates. With the Marlins taking the first game in the series, will they be able to sweep the series? Or will the Pirates come back and split the series? We'll find out. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Florida Marlins. Leading off, the shortstop, Hanley Ramirez. Batting second, the second baseman, Dan Uggla. Batting third, the first baseman, Mike Jacobs. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the left fielder, Josh Willingham. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Jorge Cantu. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Cody Ross. Batting seventh, the catcher, Matt Tender. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Alfredo Asmangia. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Ricky Nolasco. On the mound for the Pirates, it is Paul Maholm. He's comes into the game with a 2.70 ERA, 3 wins, no losses. He's pitched 20 innings, allowed 16 hits, 18 strikeouts, and 5 walks. We're here at PNC Park, which gives a -3 to strikeouts, nothing to walks, and nothing to home runs. And with that, home plate umpire dusts off home plate as Hanley Ramirez steps up, and we are ready for the first pitch. He comes into the batter's box batting a .342, and the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3, and that is going to be a walk. On a 1-16, that is a 2, and we'll start this, and Paul will start this game off with a walk. So Ramirez will trot on down to first. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the starting defense for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bay out there in right field. McCloth will be in center. Natty at right field, going around the horn. Vikenza Doug at third. Blixers at short. Sanchez on second. LaRoche at first. Dumont behind the plate. And Paul is on the mound. Strategy roll 16 as Dan Uggla will step up. He's batting a .303. Infield double play depth. Strategy roll 16, and here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a blank, and we consider that a blank right now because Dan is a right-handed batter. So on the pitcher card, we look to the right-handed side of the slash. 6-1, column 6, row 1. It's a fly ball back there to McCloth. He'll make the catch, and that'll put one away. Still attempt. That's going to be a neutral. That's going to be a 15. They are going to send him, and it's a 2. Error range for Dumont on a 1-2 with runner safe. We're going to check for a catcher error. On a 1-20, that is a 20. So it is a throwing error. And with that, Ramirez goes to third. Mike Jacobs batting a .203, and here is the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is a blank. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a single past second base, and remember, Paul Maholm is a left-handed pitcher, so on the batter's card, when you get the splits, you look to the left-handed side of, because Paul is a left-handed pitcher, we look to the left-handed side of the slash on the batter card. And with that, 1 run will score on an RBI single by Mike Jacobs. Josh William batting a .317. Strategy roll is a 6. Infield double play, and here is the pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a blank. 4-1, column 4, row 1. Double star 6, that's going to be a fly ball out there to Nettie. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. Jorge Cantu batting a .238, strategy roll 7. And that is going to be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. That is a blank. 1-2, column 1, row 2. Double star 5, fly ball back there to McClough. And that will retire the side. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Leading off the center fielder, Nate McClough. Batting second, the second baseman, Freddie Sanchez. Batting third, the left fielder, Jason Bay. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the catcher, Ryan Dumit. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Xavier Nettie. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Adam LaRoche. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Doug McKenzie. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Brian Blixer. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Paul Mahone. On the mound for the Marlins, it is Ricky Nolasco. Comes into the game with no ERA. 2 wins, no losses. He's pitched 14 innings, allowed 9 hits, 12 strikeouts, and no walks. And with that, Nate McClough batting a .308, and here is the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5. Home run chance on a 1-14. 14 in range. We need a 17 or less. That is a 14. And that ball is out of here. Hits it down the right field side. That ball's going back. That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is into the Allegheny. And the Pirates tie the game up as they lead off with a solo home run by Nate McClough. That is his 6th home run of the replay. Freddie Sanchez batting a .250, and here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4, strikeout on a 1-3. The 6 is too high. 1-3, column 1, row 3, ground ball to Cantu. He'll make the catch. Throw it over to Jacobs for out number 1. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Florida Marlins. Willingham out there in left field, as Bongia will be in center. Ross at right. Going around the horn, Cantu is on third. Ramirez at short. Dan is on second. Jacobs at first. Tender behind the plate. And Ricky is on the mound. Jason Bay batting a .222, and here is the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a blank. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Fly ball to Osmangia. And that'll be out number 2. 2 away, and that's going to bring up the cleanup man, Ryan Dumit. Dumit batting a .388. 5-6, column 5. Row 6, that's going to be a range play. Whose range are we checking? 4-2, column 4, row 2. Power hit to Ross. Excuse me there. That is going to be a single on a 1-6. That is a 3. Ross's range is on a 1-3. That is a 4. That's going to be good for a base hit. And Dumit is on with a base hit. Two outs, runner on first, and when you have 2 outs, you add a +1 to the base run rating. Strategy roll is a 12, infield at normal depth. Xavier Nettie batting a 293 steps up, and here is the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3, that is a blank. 5-1, column 5, row 1. Fly ball back to the center field to Asmangia. He sees it, goes back, makes the catch, and retires the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and the Pirates leave 1 stranded. After 1, we're tied at 1. We go to the top of the second. It is Cody Ross, Matt Tender, and Alfredo Asmangia due up for the Marlins. Cody Ross batting a 500, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4, at the ballpark. We're going to go to PNC. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a pop-up to Dumont. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Matt Tender batting a 275. 1-6, column 1, row 6. Strikeout on a 1-10. The 14 is too high. 5-4, column 5, row 4. Ground ball to Sanchez. He'll make the catch. Throw that over there to LaRoche for the out, and that'll put 2 away. Alfredo is up. He's batting a 302. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Strikeout on a 1-15. That is a 13. Struck him out. So the Marlins go down in order, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. Adam LaRoche, Doug, and Brian Blixer due up for the Pirates. 4-6, column 4, row 6 for Adam LaRoche. He's batting a 379. Wild pitch, it's going to be a foul ball. We're going to re-roll the dice. 2-3, column 2, row 3. Strikeout on a 1-10. That is an 8. Struck him out. Doug is up. He's batting a 160. And here is the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That is an auto out. So double star on the pitcher card. You're going to roll. In the actual game, you roll 1d6 against that line. And in this case, in the PC game, it'll automatically do it for you. It is a fly out to center field. So Alfredo will make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Brian Blixer batting a 226. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a blank. Blixer, 5-2, column 5, row 2. And that is going to be a double star 4. It's going to be a ground ball to Dan. We'll make the catch, throw it over to Jacobs. And that will retire the side. So another easy inning to score as the Marlins returned the favor and retired the Pirates in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2, we're tied at 1. We go to the top of the third. Ricky Nolasco, Hanley Ramirez, and Dan Ugia due up. Ricky, first time we're seeing him at bat, and that's going to be a 4-4, column 4, row 4. That is a walk. 3, the 5 is too high. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That's going to be a ground ball to Sanchez. He'll make the catch. And put 1 away, and we go to the top of the order. Haley Ramirez with a walk and a run scored, and here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. And that is going to be a double star 2. It's a ground ball to Blixer. Blixer will make the catch, throw it over to LaRoche. And out number 2, 2 away. And that's going to bring up Dan Uglia. Dan, 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4, walk. On a 1 to 13, the 16 is too high. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. Fly ball back there to center field to McClough. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Pirates retire the Marlins in order. We go to the bottom of the third. Paul Mahone, Nate McClough, Freddie Sanchez due up for the Pirates. Paul Mahone, here's the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. Strikeout on a 1 to 20. That is a 10 and an 11. Struck him out. And that'll put one away, and we go to the top of the order. Nate McClough, 1 for 1 with a home run, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. At the ballpark, we're going to go to PNC Park. 5-3, column 5, row 3. And that is an S+9, so that's going to be a single to Ross. So it's a single, but the die roll is higher. So if the roll is higher than the adjusted base run rating, the runner holds with a single. That is a 3. That's going to be a 4. He'll hold. So Pirates with 1 aboard. Strategy roll is a 10. Infield at double play depth. Freddie Sanchez is up. He's 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. Strikeout on a 1 to 3. The 4 is too high. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's going to be a double star 6. It's going to be a fly ball out there to center field to Alfredo. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. So with that, McClough's still on. 2 outs, runner on first. Strategy roll 13. Jason Bay is up. Bay 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. Strikeout on a 1 to 8. The 13 is too high. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's going to be a fly ball to Alfredo again. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, but the Pirates leave 1 stranded. You go after 3. We're still tied at 1. We go to the top of the 4th. Mike Jacobs, Josh Willingham, and Jorge Cantu due up for the Marlins. Mike Jacobs, 1 for 1 with an RBI, and here is the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2. Strikeout plus. Now, on a strikeout plus, we add 10 to that range. -3, we add 7 to that range. That is an 18. That is a 7. And struck him out looking. Struck him out looking, and that is his 2nd strikeout of the game. Josh Willingham batting he's 0 for 1 today. And the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. Range play. Whose range are we checking? 6-1, column 6, row 1. Line drive to Sanchez. His range is on a 1 to 2. That is a 3. He won't make it in time. And with that, Willingham is on with a base hit. Hit and run attempt. So on a hit and run, strategy roll is a 2, so that's going to qualify for a hit and run. All ground double plays get a -2. Base run ratings will get a +2. Home run and walk rates are cut in half. When we round those down. Lineouts are considered double play, with the exception of the error on the throw. And if the batter strikes out, we'll resolve the play as a steal. Con 2 is 0 for 1. 5-3, column 5, row 3. That is an error, so we'll check the number in the bracket. Whose error range are we checking? 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a single to Bay. Bay's error range is on a 1 to 4. That's going to be a 15. No error there. And that'll move William over to second. But does he pick up third? That he does. Base run rating is a 3. The die roll is a 2. If the roll is less than or equal to the adjusted base run rating, the runner advances. So just like that, the Marlins have runners on the corners. Infield playing in as Cody Ross steps up. He's 0 for 1 today. Strategy roll is a 1, and here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That is a blank. 3-4, column 3, row 4. Ground ball to LaRoche. Are they going to try to score the base runner? No, they're not. So with that, Con 2 will go to second. 2 outs, runners on second and first. They'll get the out at first. Matt Tender, 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 3, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That is a possible error on a throw. Whose error range are we checking? 2-5, column 2, row 5. Power hit to Nettie. That is a 14. That's going to be a base clearing double. His error range is a 0. There's no error there. 2 runs were scored. It's a 2-run RBI double by Matt Tenner, and it's 3-1 Marlins. Strategy roll is a 20. Anytime a 20 comes up, it's a pickoff attempt, and Paul will balk on a 1 to 5. It's a 1. It's a balk. He shoots it wide, and Tenner will go to third. And that is going to bring up Alfredo, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a walk. On a 1 to 3, the 18 is too high. 6-1, column 6, row 1. Fly ball back to McClough. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Ryan Dumit, Xavier Nettie, Adam LaRoche due up for the Pirates. Ryan Dumit, 1 for 1, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That is a double star. Dumit being a switch hitter, so he's batting left today. And that's going to be a fly ball back there to Alfredo. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Xavier Nettie, 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Nettie, 5-6, column 5, row 6, range play. 3-6, column 3, row 6, double star 2. It's a fly ball back to the center field. Alfredo goes back, sees it. His range is on a 1 to 3. That's going to be a 3. He'll make the catch. And Alfredo is 6 for 8 on his range plays. And that'll put 2 away. Adam LaRoche 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. Range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to PNC Park. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That is a double to Ross. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 5. It's not in his range. And I'll hop off the wall. And with that, LaRoche will get on, keeping the inning alive with a double. Pirates down by 2 as Doug will come up. He's 0 for 1. And here is the pitch. Strategy roll is a 3, by the way. 4-1, column 4, row 1. Home run on a 1-3. The 17 is too high. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That is a double star 4. It's a ground ball to Dan. He'll make the catch and retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, but the Pirates leave 1 stranded. After 4, Marlins 3, Pirates 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Ricky Nolasco, Hanley Ramirez, and Dan Ugla due up for the Marlins. Ricky Nolasco 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. Possible error on a ground ball. 1-4. Column 1, row 4, that's going to be a double to Bay. Bay's error range is a 4. That is a 17. It is too high. And with that, Ricky is leads off with a double. Strategy roll is a 19, and with a butt rating of a 2, that is a 19. That's going to be a sacrifice play. They're going to we go to the top of the order. Ramirez is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. The bunt is on, 3-1, column 3, row 1. That is a blank, and that is a successful sac bunt. Bunted up the line to the pitcher, who'll throw him out at first. And with that, 1 away, but the Marlins have a runner in scoring position. Dan Uga, 0 for 2, strategy roll is a 16, and here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2, that is a blank. 2-6, column 2, row 6, ground ball to Doug. He'll make the catch. Are they going to try to score him? No. And the out is at first, so 2 away with a runner in scoring position. He's 90 feet away from home. Mike Jacobs, 1 for 2 with a strikeout and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 10. 5-4. Column 5, row 4, possible error on a ground ball. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a single to second base to Sanchez. Error range for him is on a 1-5. That is a 13. No error check there. However, that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. And 1 left on for the Marlins. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Brian Blixer, Paul Mahone, Nate McLaughlin due up for the Pirates. Brian Blixer 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6, range play. 1-5, column 1, row 5. Ground ball to Nolasco, back up to the pitcher, to Ricky. His range is on a 1-2. That's going to be a 2. He'll make the catch, throw it over to Jacobs. And that will be out number 1. Paul Mahomes 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4, home run. On a 0, that is a 1. 1-6, column 1, row 6, fly ball back there to Alfredo. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Top of the order, Nate McClough, 2 for 2 with a home run, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5, range play. 6-1, column 6, row 1, ground ball to Dan. He'll make the catch. Range is on a 1-3. That's going to be a 3. He'll make that catch, throw it over to Jacobs. And that'll be out number 3. So the Pirates go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5. Marlins 3, Pirates 1. We go to the top of the 6th. Josh Willingham, Jorge Cantu, and Cody Ross due up for the Marlins. Josh Willingham, 1 for 2, and here is the pitch. He's got a run scored. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. So we're going to re-roll the dice. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That is a blank. 2-6, column 2, row 6. Fly ball to Bay. Out number 1. 1 away. Jorge Cantu, 1 for 2 with a run scored. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Hit by pitch. So we'll take a look here. Paul will add a +2 to the hit by pitch range. That is a 13, 18, too high. Straightened up, got out of the way. 5-2, column 5. Row 2, it's a single down the third baseline. And with that, Cantu is on with a base hit. Cody Ross, 0 for 2, strategy roll is a 10. And here is the pitch, infield at double play depth. 4-6, column 4, row 6, that is a walk. On a 1-6, the 13 is too high. 1-1, column 1, row 1, single once again down the third baseline. And with that, Cantu will go to second. Ross on first. Cantu will advance to third on a base run rating of a 6 only. He'll hold. Not tender up. He's 1 for 2 with a double, 2 RBIs, runners on first and second. Strategy rolls of 15, infield at double play depth. 5-3, column 5, row 3, possible error. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a single to Bay. Error range is on a 1-4. That is a 4. That's going to be an error. It's an E7. It's a 1 base error. So with that, Cantu will come home to score. It's 4-1 Marlins. Ross and Tender will hold at second and third. So Pirates' second error of the game. Marlins up 4-1. Alfredo Asmangia up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. Strategy roll is a 7. 6-1. column 6, row 1, that is a blank. 5-4, column 5, row 4, ground ball to Blixer. They're going to try to score the run? Yes. Will the defense go for the auto out? No. So with that, the runner heads for home. If row is D6 then higher, then base run rating out. Otherwise, safe. That is a 4. That is a 4. They'll throw him out. Blixer sees it. Ross heads for home, and he's thrown out at the plate. Dumont tagging him out. Tenor will go to second, and Alfredo is on. So they got him out at the plate. But however, that puts runners on the corners. And that is going to bring up Ricky Nolasco. 1 for 2 today with 2 doubles. Strategy roll is an 8. And here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3, home run. That is a 0. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be out there in the left field to Bay. Bay drops in. And it's going to be 5-1. Alfredo goes to second, but does he pick up third? He'll go from first to third at a -2. That is a 3, and he does. So runners once again on the corners as we go to the top of the order. Hanley Ramirez 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. Strategy roll is a 10, and here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1, range play. Whose range are we checking? 4-3, column 4, row 3, double star. Double star 1, it's a ground ball to Sanchez. His range is a 2, that's going to be a 3. He'll try for the diving catch, can't do it. Alfredo will score. Ricky goes to second. Stop sign goes up. As a throw to Blixer to hold. Skipper comes up out of the dugout. Gives him one more. Paul Mahone, now tired. He has faces a lot number of batters. Dan Uglia, they only need one more out. He's 0 for 3, and here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2, that is a blank. To Dan, 4-6, column 4, row 6, that is a single to the shortstop to Blixer. And that will load the bases, and unfortunately, that is going to do it for Paul Mahone. And they are going to bring in Sean Burnett will come in to try to close out the inning. That is his card. So Sean Burnett will come in. He comes into the game with a 3.16 ERA. He's pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Paul Mahone, he went 5 2/3 of an inning, allowed 11 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 1 balk, a 4.20 ERA. Mike Jacobs, 1 for 3 with a strikeout and an RBI. Special K rating for Sean Burnett. We'll talk about that. Should have come up. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That's going to be a range play. Special K on a 1-2. That is a 4 outside of the range. 1-2, column 1, row 2, double star 5. Fly ball back to McClough. His range is on a 1-3. That's going to be a 1. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. And 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Freddie Sanchez, Jason Bay, Ryan Dumit due up for the Pirates. Sanchez 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1, blank. Ricky can face 8 more batters before he's considered tired. 5-6, column 5, row 6. Ground ball to Ramirez. And that'll be out number 1. Jason Bay 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1, strikeout on a 1-8, 17 too high. 2-1, column 2, row 1, ground ball up the middle to Nolasco. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. Ryan Dumit 1 for 2, and here is the pitch. 2 up, 2 down, 2 quick outs, 4-1. Column 4, row 1, home run on a 1-10. The 19 is too high. 4-3, column 4, row 3. However, that's going to be a single out there in the center field. Osmanio will quickly get it through to Dan to cut him off, and they'll hold Ryan at first. So, 2 outs, runner on first. Xavier Nettie is up. He's 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 1-4, column 1, row 4, possible error on a ground ball. 4-6, column 4, row 6, single to Ross. Error range for Ross is on a 1-10, that's a 19. No error there, so he smacks a single into right field. So now we'll check for runner advancement. Dumit on a 6, on a 6 or higher, runner advances, no throw. Dumit automatically advances to third. Now we'll take a look for Xavier Nettie. That is a 1. The lead runner advances. And if the row is higher, which it is, that is a 6. That's going to be a 2. He'll hold. So, runners on the corners. Adam LaRoche, 1 for 2 today with a double and a strikeout. And here is the pitch. Strategy rolls are turned off. And the reason they're turned off is we take the difference in the score. So in this case, it's 6 minus 1, which is 5. We take the 5, add it to the inning, and with that we get 11. If the number you get is higher than 10, strategy rolls are turned off until that number comes down with it being 10 or less. 4-1, column 4, row 1, home run on a 1-17. That is a 9. And that ball is out of here. LaRoche hits it. Ross goes back. See you later. And that ball ends up in the in the same exact place where we hit the home run in the first inning in the Allegheny. It's a 3-run home run, and the Pirates cut the lead down to 2. It's a 3-run home run by Adam LaRoche. 5th home run of the replay. It is 6-4 Pirates. Doug McKenzie. Doug is up. He's 0 for 2. And with that, Ricky can face 3 more batters before he's considered tired. 1-1, column 1, row 1, double star, ground ball to Dan. He'll make the catch, throw to Jacobs, and that will retire the side. So 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors, and none left on. After 6, Marlins 6, Pirates 4, we go to the top of the 7th. Josh Willingham, Jorge Cantu, and Cody Ross due up. Sean Burnett staying out there on the mound. Josh Willingham up. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Strikeout on a 1-8. That is a 2. Struck him out. And that'll put 1 away. Jorge Cantu, 2 for 3 with a 2 runs scored. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That is a blank. That is a 3. That's going to be a strikeout. Struck him out, and that'll put 2 away. Cody Ross, 1 for 3, and here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is a range play. 20 outside of the range of the special K. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That is a single to Bay. Bay's range is on a 1-2. That is a 2. He'll make the catch and sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." As the Pirates retire the Marlins in order, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Bryden Blixer, Sean Burnett, Nate McClough due up for the Pirates. Let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 have been played here at PNC Park. Marlins scoring a run in the first, 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 6th, 6 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Pirates a run in the first, 3 in the 6th, came back, 4 runs on 7 hits. However, they've committed 2 errors throughout this game so far. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Ricky Nolasco can face 2 more batters. He's talking with a little bit of the skipper over there. Says he has a little bit left in the tank. And the skipper will say, all right, go out there and get it done. See what you can do. Bryden Blixer, 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5. We're going to start this off with a range play. Blixer, 5-5. Column 5, row 5, pop up to Cantu. His range is a 1. That is a 4. He won't make it in time there. It'll drop down behind him. And with that, Blixer is on with a base hit. So Blixer is on at first, and that's going to bring up Sean Burnett. And with that, they're going to bring in Najier Morgan. Morgan will come in to pinch hit. Morgan batting at .235. Strategy rolls a 2. So strategy is now turned back on because we brought that number down. Hit and run attempt. And Ricky can face one more batter. 2-6. Column 2. Row 6. Strike out on a 1-8. That is a 4. Struck him out. But Blixer manages to take second. So it's a strikeout. Blixer on second. 1 out, and we go to the top of the order. Marlins skipper on the phone to the bullpen. Bullpen warming up for the Marlins. We go to the top of the order. Nate McClough, 2 for 3 with a home run, a run, and an RBI. Strategy rolls an 8. Pirates holding off. 3-4. Column 3. Row 4. That is a blank. 1-2. Column 1. Row 2. Double star 1. That's going to be a fly ball out there to William, who will make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Blixer will hold. We subtract 3 from the base run rating on hits to F7. So Blixer will hold. That's going to bring up Freddie Sanchez. Sanchez is 0 for 3. Strategy rolls an 11. And here is the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3, strikeout. On a 1-3, the 4 is too high. 6-5, column 6, row 5, ground ball to Ramirez. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. But the Pirates leave 1 stranded after 7. Marlins 6, Pirates 4. We go to the top of the 8. Matt Tenner, Alfredo Osmangia, and Ricky Nolasco do up. We got a new pitcher on the mound for the... And they are going to bring in Francois Osorio, who's going to come in. Alfredo is going to come in. That is his card. So Osorio comes into the game with a 6.28 ERA. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, no strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look at the stats for Sean Burnett, he went 1 1/3 of an inning, allowed 2 strikeouts, and ERA of a 2.57. Matt Tenner, 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. Tenner is 2 for 3 with a double, a run, 3 RBIs, and here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4, home run on a 1-4. The 5 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's going to be a ground ball to LaRoche. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Alfredo Osmangia, 0 for 3. They are going to let him take the hit. He has a strikeout and a run scored. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. And that is a ground ball to Blixer. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Ricky Nolasco is up. He's 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Nolasco not taking the hit. Here instead, they're going to bring in Robert Adino. Dino batting at .091. 2-2. Column 2, row 2. Strikeout on a 1-14. That is a 3. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And that's going to be Jason Bay, Ryan Dumit, and Xavier Nettie due up for the Marlins. We do have a new pitcher on the mound. And that is going to be Joel Nielsen. Nielsen will come up for... Actually, they're going to bring in Doug. Doug will come in the game. He's got a 3.38 ERA. He's got 1 win and 1 loss. He's pitched 8 innings, allowed 10 hits, 7 strikeouts, and no walks. Take a look at the stats here for Ricky. He went 7 innings, allowed 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs, an ERA of a 1.91. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Pirates. 3-5, column 3, row 5, strikeout on a 1-8. The 14 is too high. 5-1, column 5, row 1, fly ball back there to Alfredo. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Ryan Dumit 2 for 3, and here is the pitch. Dumit 3-1, column 3, row 1. That is a blank. 1-5, column 1, row 5, ground ball to Jacobs. And that'll be out number 2, 2 up, 2 down. Xavier Nettie 1 for 3 with a run. 5-6, column 5, row 6, walk. On a 1-7, the 8, too high. 1-6, column 1, row 6, fly ball back there to Alfredo. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Marlins retire the Pirates in order, 3 up, 3 down. We go after 8. It's Marlins 6, Pirates 4. We go to the top of the 9th. Henry Ramirez, Dan Uglia, Mike Jacobs due up for the Marlins. So let's take a look at the box score after 8 have been played here at PNC Park. Marlins, 1 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth, 6 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Pirates, a run in the first, 3 in the sixth, 4 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. Pirates down by 2. Will we see some 9th inning magic? Bay coming out at left field. No, they're not going to make any changes to their lineup. They're going to keep everybody as is. Osorio is going to come out, though. And they're going to bring in, I believe they're going to bring in Tyler Yates. Yep, Tyler Yates is going to get the call up. That is his card. Yates will come in the game with a 10.50 ERA. He's got no wins and no losses. He's pitched 6 innings, allowed 10 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Take a look at the stats here for Osorio. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 5.09. 1, 2, and 3, top of the order. Here is the pitch. Ramirez is 1 for 2 with a walk, a run, and an RBI. 6-5, column 6, row 5, strikeout on a 1 to 4. The 7 is too high. And that is going to be a 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a fly ball to Natty. He'll make the catch. And that is out number 1. Dan Uglio 1 for 4, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2, at the ballpark. We're going to go to PNC Park. 2-6, column 2, row 6, single past the shortstop. And Dan is on with a base hit. Mike Jacobs 1 for 4 with a strikeout and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. First time this has come up in today's game. Double question mark, single on a 1 to 10. That is a 7 in range. Always follow the double question mark when that comes up. And that puts runners on first and second. Josh Willingham is up. He's 1 for 4 with a strikeout and a run. 4-6, column 4, row 6, range play at the ballpark. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That is a single to Nettie. Nettie's range is on a 1 to 3. That is a 5. He can't get it. And that'll load the bases. Jorge Cantu is up. He's 2 for 4. And here is the pitch. Bullpen for the Pirates warming up. 3-5. Column 3, row 5. That's going to be a walk on a 1 to 6. The 10 is too high. 6-2, column 6, row 2. Line drive to Blixer. He'll make the catch. The runners are doubled up at first. It's a double play. Double play to get out of that jam. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Adam LaRoche, Doug McKenzie. Doug and Brian Blixer do up for the Pirates. And with that, Doug is done. They're going to bring in Matt Lindstrom. Lindstrom going to come in for the save. And with that, we do have a couple changes here. Cantu at third. Yep. So Cantu is going to come out at third. Alfredo is going to go over to third. And we're missing a center field. Carbon Mayburn is going to take over there. At first base, going to bring in Gabe Sanchez. And that is the changes they're going to make with the order. Matt Lindstrom will come in. He's batting a 3. Comes into the game with a 5.84 ERA. He's got 1 win, no losses. He's got 2 saves. He's pitched 7 2/3 of an inning. Allowed 11 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Take a look at the stats here for Doug. He went 1 inning, an ERA of a 3.0. Adam LaRoche, 6, 7, and 8. LaRoche 2 for 3 with a double, a home run, a strikeout, a run. 3 RBIs on the day. And it's going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. That is a blank. 5-2, column 5, row 2. Double star 5. It's a fly ball back there to William. He'll make the catch. And that'll be 1 away. Doug, 0 for 3. Are they going to let Doug take the hit? No, they are not. And they are going to bring in Chris Gomez to come in to pinch hit. Gomez batting a 280. 6-6, column 6, row 6, range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to PNC Park. 4-3, column 4, row 3. Ground ball to Ramirez. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 4. And Gomez is on with a base hit. And with that, Luis Cruz will come in to pinch run for Chris Gomez. Brian Blixer 1 for 3, and here is the pitch. Tying run now at the plate. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Strikeout on a 1-15. That is a 9. Struck him out. And that'll put 2 away, and the Pirates are down to the last out. And they're going to send up Jose Bautista to pinch hit here. Bautista batting a 130. 4-1, column 4, row 1. It's a wild pitch. On a 1-10, it's a wild pitch. On 11-12, it's a passed ball. It's a 3, it's a wild pitch. Cruz will go over to second. Bautista, the tying run, 3-6, column 3, row 6. Ground ball to Lindstrom. He'll make the catch. And that's the ball game as he'll throw it over to first for the out. The Marlins defeat the Pirates of a final score of 6-4. Final line score coming right up. So the Marlins defeat the Pirates and sweep the series. Final score of a 6-4. Marlins 6 runs, 14 hits, no errors. Pirates 4 runs and 9 hits, 2 errors. Ricky Nolasco will get his 3rd win. Paul Mahone will pick up his first loss. Matt Lindstrom picks up his 3rd save. Adam LaRoche will hit his 5th home run of the replay. Nate McClough hits his 6th home run of the replay. Let's take a look at the stats here. Ricky Nolasco went 7 innings, allowed 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs, an ERA of a 1.71. Paul Mahone picks up his first loss. He went 5 2/3 of an inning. Allowed 11 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 1 balk, an ERA of a 4.20. Now, the last pitcher up for the Pirates, Tyler Yates, went 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, an ERA of a 9.0. Matt Lindstrom went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 5.18. So with that, the Marlins will improve to 12-8, and the Pirates will drop to 7-13. That's going to do it for us here at PNC Park. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.